4 ways to determine when you need a therapist. Talking about therapy is not always a good idea. After all, a lot of people are quite sensitive about the subject. This gets so exaggerated that the entire topic has become taboo. Then, many people who go to therapy end up feeling like they were crazy. However, this couldn't be farther from the truth. First of all, it's necessary to keep an open mind. Giving others or ourselves advice and receiving recommendations from people close to us is never a bad idea. However, getting a professional perspective on our problems and analyzing certain situations from different points of view can help enormously. What are therapists and what can they help us with? People have a great variety of opinions about this profession. Unfortunately, many people label it as doctors specialized in crazy people. From here, confusion and even fear arises around talking to one of them, at least in a private session. However, this could not be further from the reality. A therapist is a person trained in all areas related to psychology. They are responsible for analyzing human behavior in a range of aspects. Thoughts, emotions, learning disorders. On the other hand, this is not like a legal or church confessional. Nor can we expect a therapist to reveal marvelous secrets to solve our problems. The role of this professional is focused on a reciprocal conversation that, through questions and advice, enables the patient to reveal what is happening, for good or for bad, and how to solve the situation. How do we determine if we need a therapist? It's not easy to decide whether to book a visit, or several, to a therapist. Although for some people this may seem trivial, it is still a complex step. The decision needs to be taken with a clear head and fully committed to, despite the difficulties it may imply. It's highly likely that you'll need to reflect on it. To make things easier, we're going to share a list of reasons which will enable you to evaluate whether or not seeing a therapist is right for you. You need some judgment-free support. Hypocrisy is in fashion. While we may have friends, if we take a good look, many people are hypocritical, judgmental or disloyal. This is a significant reason to want to turn to someone to talk to about your day-to-day problems. In this case, your best option is a therapist. We can come face to face with a professional who is trained to listen and collaborate with us without offering any negative comments or judgment about what you talk about. You want some serious advice? There's the option of turning to a friend or acquaintance to get things off our chest, whether they be good or bad. However, apart from their possible judgment, advice is a determining factor. It's no bad thing to talk to people, as long as they don't make recommendations lightly. The advantage of a therapist is that if they offer an opinion or advice about a problem or the issue under consideration, it will be professional and serious. We mustn't forget that all affirmations made by a therapist are based on clinical theories and analysis, and not based on experiences or affection. You have problems expressing yourself. In this case, expressing yourself doesn't necessarily refer to talking in front of others. Although there is an element of this, in this context the emphasis is on letting out what we're holding inside. Going to several sessions with a therapist will help to achieve this. Gradually, fears, problems, responsibilities and other similar things will come to the surface. The goal of the therapist is to be a mirror, help show us the negative thoughts and beliefs that are limiting us. This is an incredible exercise. You want some personal space. A significant reason to want to go to a therapist is to have space for yourself. Although it may seem illogical, going to therapy sessions is an excellent way of having some time to yourself. Given that a therapist is a guide for human behavior, they can contribute to your self-knowledge and be a great support, of course, without stepping out of their professional role. A common problem is when people pay more attention to others than to themselves. For this and many other reasons, a session with a therapist is a good idea.